People often joke about packing up their things, moving to a remote island or far up in the mountains and build a little home to live a simple life in. I know I have. But very few have been courageous enough to actually do it.
I have a little message. Welcome to our house.
Welcome to our house. We are two guys who brought our surfboards, turned off our cell phones, and walked out here in September 2010. We lived here one winter to follow a dream: surfing and live a simple life. We gathered driftwood, bottles for insulation, rocks, everything we could find from this beach, and we made an environmentally friendly home. We truly lived as the saying, rich life, simple means. You are welcome to use everything here, and we hope you enjoy and respect it.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Compost toilet they even have. 50 meters. Outside.
Important. They even built a toilet. Oh, that is pretty incredible.
Do you even fit in there?
What do you mean? Of course I fit in there. Does her poop fit in there?
Hey.
This is so inspiring. Like, think about it. They built this thing and they just lived here basically without any money for 9 months. Like a simple life: eating, sleeping, reading, surfing, snowboarding.
Yep.
We came here with the intention to get a taste of such a life. A life without time, cell phones, or any other obligations. A life where our only worries were whether we had enough food, water, or wood.
This might be harder than expected. Fire! Took us what? An hour at least? Please don't die. I gotta go do the dishes in the stream. I gotta brush my teeth.
And then read me a bedtime story.
Okay, are we ready? Another day came to an end, another week, and still he needed more time. It seemed the sun had just gone down when he looked up and it was past bed. Good night.
I don't really remember the last time a place left me feeling as inspired as this one. It's the type of place you only ever see in films. The protagonist picks up their stuff, disappears off the face of the earth to live a life of adventure. I've always loved films like that, but their effects were fleeting. They were inspiring, but somehow still didn't seem feasible. They were just stories. Stepping into that little hut felt like stepping into one of those films. Except this time, it actually seemed feasible.
I've been at times feeling very stressed about my life and kind of the path I chose after graduating college this past summer. The people who built this cabin, they kind of did the same thing. They just, for 9 months, were living here, chilling, making their cabin, also doing something completely different from probably everyone else around them, and look where it got them. I come to places like this and I live the experiences that I do, and I realize that, you know, this is definitely a path that I'm very happy to be on, because I get to see all these crazy places on a random frigging Wednesday when all my siblings and my friends are at work, and I'm here experiencing these things while I have the health to do them, and probably also the ability to withstand a certain amount of discomfort, which I'm sure will wither away with age. So, yeah.
It was as though I suddenly realized that it didn't take a certain kind of person, or a certain kind of luck, or a certain sum of money to be like the protagonists in those films. It was about courage. Courage to leave your life as you know it. courage to follow through with whatever it is you yearn for, no matter how absurd it may seem. And courage to do what many of us only dare to daydream about.
For me, this was like pretty eye-opening. It's just a very good example of how, if you want to live differently, if you want to have an adventure, you can do it with very minimal means, and you know, doing it with minimal means usually means more adventure.
Yeah. But also kind of reaffirming, is that a word? The point that Inga made.
There are too many crazy ideas that are not seen through.
Yeah,
Because people, like, they're just talking about it.
Yeah.
Oh, it would be so cool to do this, it would be so cool to do that. Yeah, you should do it then.
And then you can see how their crazy idea really paid off and how it inspired so many other people. The potential that your crazy ideas can have.
Yeah.
And this little hut was filled with notes and quotes that were like a collection of reminders that life is there to be lived. And that you are, in fact, the protagonist.